And we're back at SolidWorks Live at 3D Experience World 2020. I am joined today with Marie Planchard from our Early Engagement or Education Group at SolidWorks. Marie, welcome.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's great to be here.
Always fun to be here. We also have two other guests that are here with us, Jad Jadeja, right? Did I get that right? And Gavin Collins, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit, Marie, what we're doing here today.
Well, the great thing is about World, Jeremy, as you know, we bring in educators and students from all over. And we have researchers here from Vanderbilt. We have students here from Formula and Baja, from Tennessee Tech University, some of the locals. And even all the way from Louisiana, we have the Shell Eco Marathon team. We have students from the Akruti design winners in India, and also the 3D Experience Challenge that's going on right now. There's students here, and they're talking and designing with students in Paris and in India, all at the same time. But today I wanted to bring over and share with you an amazing story from Dripping Springs, Texas. And you're like, Texas? What are they doing in Tennessee? Well, we found out about them through our amazing reseller, Go Engineer, Dave Shallard, and he talked to us about this high school that is doing great things outside of Austin. And they brought 9 students with them to show us one of their rock crawlers. They have a lot of projects doing actually in prosthetic hands to help girls get involved in engineering. And an amazing situation with their teacher that is from industry. And students are allowed, after some basic classes in SolidWorks, in design, to have an opportunity to do independent study.
Okay.
And one of the students with us today is actually doing SolidWorks interning at a local SolidWorks company.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool. So, Jad, tell us a little bit about what you do at Dripping Springs High School.
So at Dripping Springs High School, I'm part of the Engineering Academy, and I teach AP Computer Science, Engineering 2, Robotics, and CAD. And I also have a group of students who do independent study with me as well.
Okay, and I am going to assume that Gavin is one of these students, and that's why he's here today.
Right.
So you were talking a little bit before we went on air. You basically enable these students to kind of tackle and take on a project kind of by themselves. Can you tell us a little bit about what this project is that you've been working on?
Well, in the past, I've had projects like, I don't know, like I've designed circuit boards and all that in SolidWorks, and just I've always had like passion for making stuff. So, and this has just enabled me to be able to express that and make these things. But for example, one of the things I made was a portable charger. It's about this big, and it goes on your keychain, so like your car keys.
Yep.
And it has the charger built into it. So you just pop off the cap and just plug it into your phone. And I designed the circuit board for that. It was custom, and I had everything from that was made from scratch. Did all the research, and I modeled it in SolidWorks.
Cool. So this morning we had the co-founder of Kickstarter here. It sounds like you need to go take an opportunity to talk to him.
Yeah.
And that just shows the talent of what students are able to do, and giving a great mentor like Jad to go off and do something on your own. And also, when an educator, and we have a lot of our user community that goes into schools, and the user group leaders that are teachers and instructors in community college or college, when someone from industry goes into high school, great things happen. And because of his relationship in industry, Gavin actually got a job with a SolidWorks customer that really had put SolidWorks on the shelf.
Yeah.
They didn't have anybody there that knew how to use it. They bought it. And what he's done, is to help that customer become successful.
Well, that's a really cool story. And you know, what's interesting is I looked at some of the information here prior to this is we have a lot of students, they go through their curriculum course and they get their certification as a CSWA, but you've taken that a little bit further, right?
Yes, I have.
Tell us about that. So you decided to go and get your full CSWP, right?
Yes. So it started with the CSWA, and I'm like, man, this feeling, it's great, just getting this certification, and it looks good on your resume. So I was like, I really want the CSWP, and then I found out about the expert, and then I'm like, that'd be just awesome to get that, and in just 3 years, if I got that. And so right now I have the CSWA, CSWP, and then I have professional drafting and professional sheet metal. And then when I get back, I'm going to take professional weldments. Should be ready for that.
So you should have Marie introduce you to a gentleman by the name of Mike Puckett and see if we can help you out there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll make sure we give you everything you need.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Jad, this has to be very rewarding for you, seeing a student not only embrace this technology, but look at it as a career moving forward. It's more than just a class somebody's taking at school.
Absolutely. When you see students like Gavin who excel and have passion for doing things, it just makes you feel nice and warm to see that our future is safe, especially with young engineers like Gavin.
So both of you, is this your first time experiencing an event like this at 3D Experience
Yep.
World?
And I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah, it's amazing.
How about you?
My first experience was February last year
Okay.
in Dallas. So this is my second year. So,
Cool. What do you guys think so far? I mean, we were only into the first full day here, so I know it's a little early to ask. You sound like you're obviously having a good time.
Yeah, I know. It's just the whole environment, and then the free food, obviously. You gotta love that. And I don't know, it's just all the cool technology. Like I went over to the CNC area.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. I love those things.
Shop floor. That's really cool. So are you interested in manufacturing,
Yeah,
the manufacturing
that's
side
really
of things
cool.
as
Yeah,
well?
absolutely.
Really cool. How about you, Jad? What stands out in your mind as like one of the most interesting things you've seen
Well,
here?
so I was at the general session this morning, and one of the things that we've been talking about for a long, long time is how could we collaborate with other schools, maybe not just here in the U.S., but let's say in the U.K., because some of the competitions we do, we go to World Championships, we meet teams from different countries, and there are times when we really like to sort of collaborate with them to see how they're doing some of the design stuff and how we're doing it, and exchange information that way. And I think with what I've seen this morning and what's coming, I think that's probably going to come to fruition.
Yeah, communities are a way on the 3D Experience platform that can really help you engage with people out both inside and outside of your organization. So those tools are definitely an enabler to take down those walls and those barriers with people.
Exactly. And I think, with students, workforce is one experience, right? But meeting students at peer level is something else, right? Because they talking a different language to some of the adults like us, right? And they sort of hook and work together really well when you do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so Marie, what other things do we have going on here at 3D Experience World in regards to education? We have an entire area here in the 3D Experience Playground
We
right?
do have an entire area, and on Wednesday, I am so excited. Dean Kamen is going to be one of our speakers during general session, and you know how much we do with FIRST Robotics, and also prosthetics. He has an amazing reputation, and medical devices. I mean, he was the inventor of the portable insulin pump that has changed people's lives. So I'm very excited to see that. We also have Danielle Boyer, who this community has rallied behind. She has a program. She took an off year between learning SolidWorks in high school before she went on to engineering school at University of Michigan. And she decided to have an outreach STEAM program that every kid gets a robot.
Yeah,
and
we were talking about that Wednesday. We're going to have a workshop here.
We are going to have a workshop, and our user community has been behind her making 3D printed parts. and also helping her assemble things to keep the costs down. And I think that workshop here on Wednesday is going to be awesome. And then tomorrow, another project. I'm so fortunate, Jeremy.
You have a busier
I know.
week
I have
than
a
I
really,
do.
yeah, I have a really great job. The other project is the LN4 project with the prosthetic hands. You know, I saw my interns reverse engineer those components and realize we can design them a lot better in SolidWorks and to really help out this organization. And it's being involved in all of these different projects, what students do, what teachers do, the SolidWorks community, what we're going to be able to do with 3DEXPERIENCE to connect the LN4 community in the builds that are to come. You know, that's just awesome. And the other piece of it is we still have apps for kids.
Yeah.
And apps for kids is for little kids. We have over 200,000 models created in the cloud
Wow,
by
that's incredible.
children. You know?
Absolutely incredible.
And Danielle is using it. She's 3D printing in some of her outreach to tribal schools because she has a Native American background. And to be able to bring that type of technology to some of the areas in America that wouldn't have that technology, it's just great. So it's going to be really filled the next couple of days.
Cool.
I'll sleep on Thursday. How about that?
Well, Marie, it's always good to have you here. Your energy and enthusiasm for education is contagious, and I hope other people catch that. And folks like Jad here, you know, catch that and pass that enthusiasm on to young adults like Gavin here. But
Oh, thank you for having us.
yeah, so I think up next we're actually going to be going to a live breakout session. So we're going to be going over and watching Toby Schnars deliver a live breakout session on sheet metal tips and tricks. So all the viewers at home are going to get to watch that. So
Well, you need to watch that before you take your CSWP certification exam, right?
yeah, absolutely. So I want to thank everybody for joining us here, and we're going to probably take a quick break, and then we're going to transition over to the live breakout session. Make sure you stay tuned to the end. There's going to be a really cool surprise at the end of the presentation.